A Peshawar border post blocks the road from Kabul, now closed to all but a trickle of trucks travelling from Afghanistan's capital to Pakistan's markets. With each crossing, these Afghan drivers briefly leave their homeland behind, but never its problems.
The Taliban are our brothers, and the Northern Alliance are also our brothers. And if the United States helps the Northern Alliance to fight the Taliban, once again Afghanistan and its people will face destruction.
It's hardly the first conundrum needing a solution along the way of Afghanistan's bitter journey through wars. Driver Khalek Jan is one who believes the answer lies with his country's long-exiled king.
We all want Zahir Shah. He is one of us. He should come into power. Whether the Taliban or the Northern Alliance want to be with him, we will accept. The people are too tired and fed up.
Fed up and still divided. But if recent history has proven the Afghans' inability to agree, it has also proven their ability to unite against a common foe. At Peshawar's Afghan fruit market, another truck driver's been an eyewitness to such fresh sentiments in Kabul.
People are shouting death to America, and the people were totally against America.
For 22 years, Afghans have squabbled over solutions to their history of invasion, civil war and displacement. Now America and the world community thinks they can help them to agree.
The UN's answer is to enable the Afghan people to determine their form of government and their future.
Francesc Vendrell was the UN's special envoy to East Timor. Now he's the same to Afghanistan.
That was the answer in East Timor. It is the answer in Afghanistan. The Afghans have not had the opportunity of deciding their future since the Soviet invasion. And it's about time that they had this possibility.
It's a possibility even supported by the Taliban's last standing friend, Pakistan's military government.
Everybody seems to be groping for ideas because there are many ideas. You can talk about referendum, you can talk about elections, you can talk about, but whether that fits the situation that Afghanistan is. Afghanistan is caught in a time warp, but one parameter remains paramount, and that is that the solution will have to come from the Afghan people.
Working out what or who the ethnically diverse Afghanistan will support is another matter altogether. Retired General Hamid Gul should know. He's the former head of Pakistan's intelligence service.
Afghan people cannot be controlled and steered by anyone. It would be against their psyche, and they will not bend or bow because they have an honor code which is stronger than their faith in Islam. They are Muslims later and they are Afghans first.
The United Nations is hoping that Zahir Shah, Afghanistan's 83-year-old former king, can garner the support of all Afghans. Deposed in 1973, Zahir Shah has signalled a willingness to return from exile in Rome to symbolically head an interim Afghan government, including Taliban representation, an offer the Taliban have point-blank refused.
He's not the only person, he's not the only force, but he has, in our estimation, a great deal of support. If you like, he's a rallying point for a lot of Afghans who remember his days in power as golden days.
But those days are long gone. An entire generation of Afghans has now grown up in Pakistan's refugee camps. Kids are allowed to fly their kites here. Under the Taliban, it was once forbidden. Driven here by war, drought and starvation, it's in camps like this that the Taliban grew up too. Here you can still find their supporters, which credit the Taliban with at least bringing law and order to a divided Afghanistan. Even among those who dislike the Taliban, Few desire a return to the lawlessness typical under the Mujahideen-based Northern Alliance, which now controls only 5% of the country. The Taliban may also be favourites for Pakistan's holy warriors. But as long as they protect Osama bin Laden, the Taliban are in danger of being directly targeted by the American-led anti-terrorism alliance. Indeed, without the Taliban's removal, it's hard to imagine the UN realising its dream of an Afghan solution.
That presupposes the Taliban at least becoming more flexible than they've been hitherto in negotiations.
They're not known for their flexibility.
They are not known for their flexibility, but one of the reasons for their lack of flexibility is that they felt they could win militarily. Maybe after this experience, they may go down a notch or two.
If that military experience has begun, little is yet known about it. But despite reports of some defections, there is no suggestion yet the Taliban is about to give in.
That really creates a problem, that how do you really engage with them, because they are not willing to deviate.
It's also increasingly clear that Pakistan is unwilling to expand its military commitment to the US beyond intelligence sharing and logistic support.
Certainly we are here not talking about an attack against Afghanistan or an attack against the Afghan people. That is quite clear. We are talking about hunting down those people who may be responsible for the attacks on 11th of September or terrorists. Now those are the kind of objectives on which we remain part of the coalition.
America's answer to that reality and its answer to the Taliban's intransigence may yet trigger some answers for the people of Afghanistan too.